Hello fight fans, Seattle Mike Fights with Friends. Everybody, please hit that like button or I will have Tyrone Woodley serenade your girlfriend until she falls in and out of love with you. Make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to double tap that bell so you're notified whenever we drop a new video or go live, like this Saturday. UFC main event, Ryan Spann taking on Anthony Lionheart Smith. Followed immediately by Belfort. Got a big card over there, capped off by Yoel Romero versus Phil Mr. Wonderful Davis. Should be a fun time. Now this week's last Triller event, it was shady, and that's saying something for Triller because it was shady as a normal Triller card. You had David Hayes fighting a business associate, a guy who probably wouldn't have been sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, and also fights for Hay Promotions. Then, of course, you had Anderson Silva taking on Tito Ortiz, two former MMA fighters in a boxing match. And then, speaking of the California State Athletic Commission, the reason we were in Florida was because Oscar De La Hoya, who the whole card was built around, came down with the Tony Khabib virus, and Triller decided to find another opponent for Vitor Belfort. The best they could do was to go out and get 58-year-old, next month 59-year-old senior citizen Evander Holyfield. Well, both of those first matches ended in a first-round knockout, or did they? Makes me think of the Bruce Lee film Enter the Dragon, when Bruce Lee is talking to Mr. Braithwaite about going to Han's tournament, and he interrupts Mr. Braithwaite and says, "It's louse time," which means he's got to teach a student now. So the student, Bruce Lee's telling him, "Kick me." He's trying to get him to show a certain amount of intensity with a kick. And the kid throws a kick, maybe not real sure of himself, and Bruce Lee smacks him on top of the head and said, "What was that? An exhibition?" Well, it turns out this last weekend's card has not only been turned to an entire exhibition, it was falsely advertised the entire time. So when Triller was not sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, according to the Florida State Athletic Commission, they gave them a choice. And they said, "We're going to sanction you, and it's up to you. We can make these professional bouts, which will count on records, or we can make them exhibitions." Triller, for whatever reason, chose the latter. And like I said, the card was already kind of shady enough. They've, kind of, had some accusations thrown their way, and I've kind of foreshadowed, like, hey, what's going on here? Everything doesn't always seem on the up and up over here. And then lo and behold, after everyone pays their money and everything, we find out that yes, Triller said we want these to be exhibitions, which changes a whole lot of legal ramifications as to what happened in the fights and why. I don't know how this is going to affect bets or in the sporting DraftKings and different things, but the win for David Hayes, the win for Anderson Silva, the win for Vitor Belfort, those two knockouts, and any other wins or losses on the card, every single card, none of them will go on anyone's professional record. And I think there needs to be some more investigation done into Triller, to be honest. Even Jake Paul took the high road against Triller, or said, maybe they're not on the up and up. After Vitor Belfort, knocked out senior citizen Evander Holyfield, he immediately called for Jake Paul, and Triller comes out and says, "We're going to do a $30 million winner-take-all event. If Jake Paul is willing to come over and fight Vitor, we're going to put up $30 million, winner-take-all." That's a lot of money. As popular as Jake Paul is, I don't believe he's made close to that for a fight. Definitely not disclosed. So Jake Paul came back out, who is under contract with Showtime, I believe. I don't even think he could take the fight legally without being in violation of contract. But he said, I don't even think Triller has $30 million. And I agree with them. They probably don't. I mean, these guys have got to be so close to bankrupt. I would be very surprised if the October 4th event with Teofimo Lopez even gets off, to be honest. But, you know, we will see. I want to know, what do you guys think of Triller? Are they good for the sport because it brings more eyes? Are they bad for the sport? Are they on the up and up? Or are they more like a WWE thing? And now that they said, oh, yeah, these were exhibitions, we can kind of just ignore, you know, all of that weird, shady stuff and just be like, oh, yeah, this is just like, you know, like entertainment, not actually professional fights, which is basically what Triller came out and said by asking the Florida State Athletic Commission to make it an exhibition. Just a very, very strange decision, and honestly, I think it should be investigated more by the athletic commissions and, you know, maybe even somebody up higher than that. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments, though. I am curious to know your guys' thoughts on it. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses next time.